Good morning, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black people. I hope that this day become one of the most successful days of your life. Right here, while still on this side of the river. Right here on this plantation called America. Know this, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. And also know this, those white folks that are listening to my presentations, my audio presentations out there, wherever you are. The Thrasher way, which is inclusive of me, and hopefully many of you out there that are listening. We do not hate white folks, and I will reiterate that once more. We do not hate white folks. Rather, we are on a mission. It is a duty of all black folks, especially those black folks that are like-minded as I. We are on a mission. It is our duty to liberate the minds, M-I-N-D-S, of all black folks by any means possible, But to do that, we must tell the truth, and the operative word is truth. We must tell the truth about white folks. And that's what we are doing. That's what we have done in the past. That's what we do now. And that's what we will continue doing as we go forward, while still on this side of the river, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. Guns, G-U-N-S, is a symbol to those white folks. Guns, believe you me, is a symbol to those white folks. Do you know that the word weapon, W-E-A-P-O-N, did not inform any of us, our ancestors, their ancestors, until the 14th century. And then in the 14th century, the word weapon, W-E-A-P-O-N, became synonymous with, and get this, it became synonymous with the word penis, P-E-N-I-S. Today, in July of 2020, there are more than 30,000 deaths, D-E-A-T-H-S, as a result of handguns right here on this plantation called America. Every year, more than 30,000 Americans are dying as a result of the handgun. And it is even more now because these crazy, insane, domestic white boy terrorists are choosing to use automatic weapons instead of handguns. The president of this country in 1975 was subjected to 2 assassination attempts in a time span of 3 weeks. Do some research. That is true. In 1975, the president of this country there were 2 attempted assassinations in a time span of 3 weeks. And handguns were the instrument used in each assassination attempt. However, that same white boy president in 1975 was totally against gun control. He was totally against gun control. Now, those statements are laden, L-A-D-E-N, with highly significant meanings, which is not immediately apparent and which can be understood fully only when the underlying psychodynamics of the collective white folks' psyche and of the white supremacy power system and its culture are probed. You have to analyze the white supremacy power system. And its culture before you can understand white folks' collective psyche regarding guns. The starting point for this analysis is the recognition that for better or for worse, the United States is a country with a thing about guns. White folks love guns. White folks worship guns. White folks will die for their guns. The right to bear arms is guaranteed in the Constitution. Millions of Americans regard hunting, which I think is crazy, insane, as a favorite recreation. Grabbing a gun and going out and killing animals, things, people is insane to me. Thousands of white folks collect guns as souvenirs. Did you know that William Saxby, one of the former attorney generals of these United States was a gun fanatic. On the walls, every wall of his home were filled with guns, with guns, with guns. William Saxby was from, I believe, a small town called Mechanicsburg, Ohio. He had a home there, and every wall of that home were plastered with guns. My beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. The white folks' pro-gun culture describes American culture and American society. There have been no more than 5 different presidential commissions that have recommended more stringent forms of gun control. But nothing happens because white boys using stupid white boy logic of the NRA and the Republican Party resist it every time. They will say that guns are needed to protect themselves and their families, which I strongly disagree. Guns was needed for survival in the simple terms of the continuation of life. After all, the Native Americans taught the Europeans how to grow corn, how to grow corn, how to grow corn, how to grow corn to feed themselves and survive. Guns, the white boys say guns was needed. However, if Native Americans, non-whites, were going to be removed successfully from the land that the white boys from Europe wished to dominate and control, guns was needed. Guns are a symbol for racist white folks. Guns, in my opinion, from my view, the gun, G-U-N, is a critical symbol in the subconscious mind of white folks everywhere across the globe, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. This symbol, gun symbol, primarily is an operative, as are true symbols at the unconscious level of brain activity. Increasing numbers of black behavior scientists are beginning to understand that the dominant thrust, T-H-R-U-S-T, in what has become known as Western civilization, the dominant trust is racism, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. Once we become aware of the deep humiliation that is apparently felt by white folks, this apparently deep humiliation that is felt by white folks because of their albino type skin, because of their whiteness, due to, and get this, understand this, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters, due to white folks' inherent genetic mutations to albinism, my beautiful black brothers and sisters. And because of their genetic vulnerabilities when compared to non-white folks, black folks, brown folks, red folks, and yellow folks, it is possible to understand the historical degraded status of sex in the white supremacy system / culture. Sex is the act of reproduction and the act that is responsible for the production of self and the appearance of self. In the white folks' brain, BRAIN, computer, if the white, pale, genetically vulnerable self is degraded, then the act that produced that self will be degraded in the same brain computer, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. And there have been an added disadvantage of the white folks' complexion. It is not an unbearable, unpleasant complexion when it is kept to itself, when white folks are among white folks, when white folks are surrounded by other white folks. Their whiteness is not an unpleasant complexion. But when it comes into competition with masses of brown and black folks, that fact is betrayed. That fact and that comfortability is betrayed, that it is endurable only because we are used to it. We are used to seeing white folks. Black folks are used to seeing white folks. Nearly all black and brown skins. Take a look at this sometime, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. nearly all black and brown skins are beautiful. Black and brown skins are beautiful. They are the most beautiful skins on the planet. Don't believe the white folks' lies. Black skin and brown skin are the most beautiful skins on the planet. But, there's always a but. But a beautiful white skin is rare. Do some research. Hence, it's why when you turn on the television, when you open a magazine or a newspaper, they are loaded with ads, advertisement, regarding how white folks can sustain, improve the condition, the appearance of their skin, of their entire body, of their body designs, of their faces, of their lips, etc., etc. A beautiful white skin is rare. How rare is it? How rare is it? Try this. One may learn how rare it is by walking down a street in Paris, France, or in New York City, or in London, England, on a weekday, particularly an unfashionable street, and keeping count of the satisfactory complexions encountered in the course of a mile, M-I-L-E, where dark complexions are masked, they make the white complexion look bleached out, unwholesome, and sometimes just frankly ridiculous. The act of self-production and self-reproduction are not the only targets of degradation in the white folks' psyche / brain computer. Within the thought and logic processes of the white folks' psyche, the genitals themselves are degraded, both male and female genitals. Those parts of the white folks' anatomy and physiology that are responsible for self-production and self-reproduction, especially the white male sexual apparatus, is seen as inferior and inadequate when compared to the sexual apparatus of the black male, of the black male, of the black male, of the black male. A surprisingly large number of white boys fear that their penises are not of adequate size. Is it a myth or is it reality? Is it a myth or is it reality. The origination of the big, large penis ideals. Is it a myth or is it reality? The gun becomes a symbol for those white boys. If you look at the design of a handgun and compare it with the physical design of the white boys' male sexual apparatus, the penis, the long stem when erect, and the two testicles on each side. If you compare the erect penis and the testicles with the gun symbol, the gun barrel, and the handle, the gun barrel and the handle, compare that with the shaft of the penis when erect and the two testicles. And when that gun is fired, there's an explosion. When the white boy ejaculates, there is an explosion. My beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. To too many white boys, the gun is a symbol. For too many white boys, the gun is a symbol. Hence is why too many white boys worship guns. They own many of them. Do you see how a few weeks ago all of those white boys in the Michigan State House with long automatic weapons, guns strapped over their shoulders, yelling at the politicians in the Michigan State House? Guns are a symbol for too many white folks. It is insanity. It is unreal. It is an alternate reality, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. That's what I have on this one. Please go to the thrasherway.libsyn.com, and there you will have access to what I do, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. And please download. And if you are on Twitter, then follow me, please.